instructional designer, we may need to create interactives, or what I like to call hotspots, as part of my learning content. These are invisible buttons that are activated by clicking on them to support retrieval practice and or to assess a learner's understanding. Stay with me as we learn how to make hotspot interactives using Rise 360. Let's go. Hello, and thank you for joining me today for our just-in-time instructional design. I am Michelle Alexander, one of your designers here, and I'm going to show you how you can add a hotspot interactive effect in your Rise 360 course. Please ensure that you are logged into your Articulate 360 cloud application and then choose Rise 360. You can begin a new course or you can open up a course that you already have. For today's tutorial, I already created a lesson, and I'm going to edit content to show you how to add this interactive block in a lesson that you have. Click on Edit Content, and right above the content that you have, you can click the plus symbol to open up the block library, or you can scroll down to choose all blocks. Next, choose interactive, and you're going to pick labeled graphic. I like to call it hotspot, but it's actually labeled graphic. All right. By default, you get this graphic in here with two hotspots already here. You can click edit to move these hotspots around, or you can just hover and delete those hotspots, which I like to do because I like to start fresh and put my hotspots exactly where I want them on my graphic. Okay. Now, sometimes the graphic or the image that you have here may need multiple hotspot locations. And maybe you have multiple pictures that you want in one image so that you don't have to create multiple blocks, except you just want one big image. So I'm going to pop over to Photoshop and I'm going to show you how I combined three images in one for this tutorial. Okay, here I am inside Photoshop, and I just made a file new, and I made a blank canvas, and I colored the background with a mint green, and I tossed in three images so that I could make one larger image for my hotspots. Sometimes you have maybe three pictures that you want in one image. Instead of making three different hotspot images, I wanted them all in one. So I then added this. I used the pen tool to make a dotted line effect, choosing shape, no fill, stroke 5 pixels, and then I used the dash line. It just adds a visual appeal to it and also gives me a place to put my markers so that I know that I can line them up as straight as possible. Okay, so let's go back to Rise 360 and show you how I used this graphic for my hotspot interactive. Okay, here we are back in Rise 360, and I'm going to edit this image with the image that I just created in Photoshop. You're going to go to Upload Image. Now, one thing I want to show you here, and this is a very important quick tip. Notice how each of these images that I'm using have an underscore, no process underscore. I added that to the end of the name of my image, and you can just right click properties and rename and change the name. If you add that, this little bit of information tells Rise 360 when you upload to upload it with the correct compression and resolution. So it's just a little quick tip that you should add to all of your images before you upload them into your Rise 360 course. Okay. All right. So you're going to choose the image that you want and click open. And here is my image. And now I want to add my markers. So all you do is simply click the image to add the markers where you want them. And again, I have these little lines here that I created. So I'm just going to throw my marker in there. Go 2 and 3, and really try to make sure you put them in the order that you need them to go into. Okay. All right. So for my first one, when I click on the marker, it automatically pulls up that title and description. And I have a notepad over here with my notes. And so for my first marker, I'm going to add my title to that one, and then my little sentence that I'm going to use for that goes along with this graphic. Okay. For my second one, I'm going to click on it and add my content here. Okay. This is the second one. I like to put everything in a notepad or a Google Doc or a Word doc as my script. It just helps me stay organized. Choose your third marker. Okay. Right. There you go. Now, Underneath the marker style, you have the ability to change your markers, and there are even numbers that you can choose. But remember, they only go up to 9, so you can't, add any content that's higher than 9 spots. So, but if I want to add numbers here, I just click on the marker style, change it to a 2, marker style, change it to a 3. You can even add, so on your content, you can even add media like another image that will pop out. You can add your audio voice. So if you maybe want to read what is on the image, that's absolutely fine too. Okay. Now, one thing that I want to show you is how to change these colors to make them look a little, pop a little bit more. From this one, you're going to choose, let's go ahead and go back to edit. Okay. Oops, I'm sorry. Let's close this window here and just click on the block. You're going to edit the look and the color here by choosing the block settings. All right. So instead of choosing edit where you uploaded your image, you're going to choose settings. And here you can change it to the marker color. And here you can choose any color that you want or whatever the background or the theme color is. Currently, it's the theme color, which is orange, but I kind of want it to be this, this dark teal color. So I need to get that color. And if you don't already have it, there's a little Chrome extension you can get up here. And then wherever you hover and click on that, it pulls the color up and you can copy that. Okay. Copy that. Close out the color picker and then go back over here to your marker color and custom make that hex and click done. And as you can see now, my markers match what is inside my image just for a little bit of graphical um, appeal. Okay, so I added my markers. I put them at the bottom of my lines. I added my content. I changed the marker color. And now I just want to preview my design. From preview, you can check the responsiveness of your design. You can choose tablet or check out what it would look like on a phone. On a phone, it's a little different. When you click the hotspot pops open and takes up the entire screen, but it's 100% responsive. That's what makes Rise 360 so great. And here it is, looking good. All right. Thank you so much for joining me in this tutorial, and I hope to see you again next time. Bye.